of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Northwest Film Forum's Collective Power Fund is now open for grant applications. Grants are starting at $2,000 up to $10,000 for individual or artist collectives. The annual grant cycle focuses primarily on supporting art that incites public dialogue, pushes boundaries, explores genre fluidity, speaks its truth through an authentic perspective, and is often non-traditional, anti-institutional, socially responsible, or disruptive of any existing structures and conventions. Learn more and apply at collectivepowernw.org.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam.
Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at yung local Philippine community, Phil-Am Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news.
Kaya always tune in Phil-Am Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good. And who wouldn't want that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of it. What's up, baby? To your help.
God is Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your favorite community radio station. We're putting out all kind of inputs for you in your community. So come on and listen to us and tune us in. Get on our Facebook, Instagram, and all. As we're doing it right here for you in your community with Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And God is an inspiration of gospel music. Also, we're doing a lot of different things in your community. We give out free food. We give out a lot of things in the community. We do a lot of shows. We do a lot of things on the sports part, and we want you to come on out and tune us in and come to the community, and we do a lot of things in your community. So make sure you go to our website, RainierAvenueRadio.world, and also go to the God Is website and look us up and see what we do in your community, something maybe you might like. So come on by and check us out from 11 to 2. Free food giveaway.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and on Twitter at Rainier Av Radio.
Welcome. What's up, everybody? Ooh. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Rainier Avenue Radio. It is your host, Queen Bree, and Robyn T in the house. What's going on, Robyn? How's your day going?
Hi, Queen Bree. Thank you for asking. My day is pretty normal. Everything is all good in my world. How about you?
Yeah, good. Well, as you know, everything is good in my world. Can I just say, I just got to meet Kathy Sledge from Sister Sledge.
What?
So my day is going, and then my daughter gave me some good information that I cannot share with anyone. So you guys got to stay tuned. Today is a good day. The sun is out, and I am excited to be here. So I guess I need to bring it down. You see, I'm so excited.
No, don't bring it down at all, please. Okay, because I have so many moments of like happiness and gratitude, and I know what it's like. And we've been sharing that this week. Like, I don't know, things just keep going pretty well. There's a lot to be happy about, a lot to be grateful about. And I would like to share. Okay, so that is dope. I can't wait to hear the news when you're able to reveal it. I did see an email from Rainier Avenue Radio about some free tickets.
Yes. So if you guys, Daniel, if you're listening, can you give me the email that they need to email? Because I forgot. If you're listening and you listen to the interview with Kathy, you can email in and tell Rainier Avenue Radio your favorite part about the interview. I almost did it, but I can't go to the show tonight. So bummer. But you can get tickets. You can win tickets for tonight's show at 7:30. Her opening show tonight is 7:30. If you email in and tell them your favorite part of the interview today. So how exciting. There
That
you
is
go.
so
It's on the
cool.
screen. To win tickets to see Kathy Sledge tonight, email Monique at rainieravenueradio.world@gmail.com with your favorite memory of the Sister Sledge interview. I have my favorite parts, but I'm not going to say it because you're not going to steal my parts to get your tickets.
Right?
You have to have tuned in. I'll tell you my favorite parts next week.
I love it.
I can't say my favorite part was getting to meet her. She's so sweet and so humble. And he calls her legendary. And she is very legendary. I mean, like Sister Soul, the song is in the U.S. Congress. So they are legendary, but she was so beautiful and so humble. So that's all I'm going to say about the interview. It was nice to be there. I feel blessed. And I took my daughter, who's also a singer, there because I want her to be able to hear different stories and different experiences as singers. So it was a good time, good day. But that's just not why it's a good day. I just been really having a good week. And we'll get into the show and what we're going to talk about. But, I got so excited with Sister Sledge and the good news my daughter gave me that we got to make announcements.
That's okay, because that was a big announcement, and we're part of Rainier Avenue Radio, and I saw that email, and when you said you were at the interview just now, I was really excited. And I do have another question, too, real quick, about that show tonight. Where is the show?
Oh, sorry. I literally just got in the house and hurried up and ran to get my spot together. That's how fast it was. But it is at Jazz Alley tonight. Tickets April 28th through May 1st. She's here the whole weekend at Jazz Alley. So go to jazzalley.com and purchase your tickets. She's here tonight at 7:30, Friday, Saturday, 7:30, 9:30, and Sunday, 7:30. So go ahead and check it out.
That's so neat. I'm so happy for both of you that you got to meet her. Really, really, that's dope. Yay.
Thank you.
I know you made it, right? That's like, sometimes you don't know what we go through to hit these time windows, and we show up and pretend like we've just been here all day in studio waiting for you for the show. But we do have a lot going on, and a lot of reasons to be happy about why the weeks are so good, and always happy to take some time to check in here on the show. And sometimes we get a few extra minutes without us a guest, so we can talk about, really dig into Rainier Avenue Radio, to Clean Greens, Clean Greens happenings, as well as Rainier Avenue Radio, and then bring a little topic in for you all. So yeah, we do have a lot coming up, and we've been doing a lot. We planted with the kiddos last weekend. So I think we shared with you a few weeks ago that we went to the new youth garden and we tilled the beds and weeded the beds. And this week we got to plant with the children. And thank you to everyone, including D-Money, Daniel Billis, who went to Molly Moon's on Earth Day and bought ice cream. Yeah, that was fun. Those places are always well packed. So I think a lot of people bought ice cream, and it was also like a good sunny Friday. So we might have got
It was a beautiful day. Shout out to Molly Moons and Two Big Blondes in the CD area. I don't know the name of that street, but I know it's on 25th, but it's on the corner. It's Kitty Corner. It's right across the street from the church next to
on Jackson.
It's on Jackson. So Two Big Blondes on Jackson. I have always wanted to visit that shop. And let me tell you, you guys got to go to that shop. They have really cute name brand, high-end thrifting clothing. And they have, what was the other one in that little corner? The word is slipping my mind. Vintage.
Oh, the vintage.
They have cute earrings. I mean, I had to get pulled out of there. Okay. And the skirt I got is too small because I read the wrong size. But the other two pieces I got, I cannot wait to wear them. And I cannot wait to go back and visit Two Big Blondes. But Two Big Blondes did let us set up shop outside and spread the word about our Clean Greens for Earth Day. And we appreciate Two Big Blondes, and we appreciate Molly Moons. We appreciate all you guys supporting Clean Greens and our missions. I just have to really remember to say that. Sorry. So go ahead and finish.
Oh, sorry. It's true. And yeah, they have a lot of good stuff in there. Tons of accessories, shoes, clothes, earrings. You would have fun if you would go shopping.
I need to go back and get some scarves, some fun scarves. You see my homegirl, this is my inspiration in the background. I need to go get some scarves like her, because honey is a mood and she keeps me motivated and going sometimes.
Oh, I love it. And that's a good spring summer look too.
Thank you. And she goes with my new plants, my new plant babies I just got. But before we move into all things good, because I'm having a good day, let's talk about our CSA. It's now open, and we have a lot of people registering. Thank you. If you have not gotten your share, it is not too late. Go ahead and grab a share. You can go to our, you know what, instead of saying all these emails, go find us on Instagram, follow us, like, and share. Also, you can click the link and it'll take you to our website and you can buy your share from there. If you need to make any arrangements for your produce, your CSA, because we've loved anybody is allowed to buy this. We will make it happen. So just reach out to us. Yes, cleangreensfarmmarket.com. Go and buy a share. Our kids program, so many people are registering. I want to say that we are almost full. I cannot believe we went from just like 12 kids to now having 30 kids or almost 30 kids. We're getting ready to have, but the kids are going to be learning about planting, food and social justice, how growing your food affects the earth. There'll be a financial piece. There'll be a stipend. It's so many pluses for your kids to be a part of this program. So please check it out. Did we cover all of our announcements?
Okay, I have a couple other things to tell everyone about Clean Greens. So we have a special party coming up, and that is in June. It's June 25th. So we're going to have music, games, food. It's the first day of our CSA. We're going to have vendors, but we also wanted to mention that too. If you're interested in being a vendor, reach out to us as well. And there's going to be a really great spread there. And we will be there, and you can get all veggies. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be a chef demo. So we're really getting excited for the grand opening this year. Save the date, June 25th.
Block party turn up. Clean Greens, healthy living style. Ooh.
And as always, you can sign up to be a volunteer with Clean Greens, and you don't have to commit right now. If you just want to get on the list, and then we will email you and let you know what the options are going to be. There's on the farm options. There's likely to be some in the city options as well. So you can get in touch with us. They put me on the list, or you can even get in touch with us and tell us what your availability is. And we would love to see you and do some farming and gardening and connecting with you.
Yes, we would love to see you there. Speaking of show today, we're talking about burnout and anxiety and stress. At first we were kind of hesitant to talk about it because we're like, we're not experts, but we are experts because we have dealt with some of this in our time. And we are not going to prescribe you anything. We're going to prescribe you to go connect with mental health specialists. But we just want to talk about burnout. Over the past, for a while now, but it was really happening early this year. There was a lot of suicides. And it was just very sad to see so many our elders go. Like, even sometimes when we talk about anxiety and depression, we don't really talk about it. Like, and a lot of our people are going, like, when you think about people like, even though Robin Williams didn't die near any these past couple of years, but he died, but he was so happy and brought so much joy to the world. But he ultimately took his life because he was dealing with some serious issues in the background, and we just want to normalize talking about it and finding ways to help us work through it. Um, like I said, we are not doctors, but we are in our community. We care about you guys, and we just want to talk about we want to normalize it so that you feel safe, that you have a community that you can come to and talk to. One of the things that they say helps with that is connecting. So here we are going to connect with you guys, and we're going to talk about it.
I love
So,
that. Yeah, like a lot of that in recovery as well. So this is all really related. And we've talked about recovery on the show a few times. I know when we had Darius on, Darius Thompson, we talked a lot about that. And sometimes they say the opposite of addiction is connection. And then if you think about people who are not choosing to numb and they're like, they're maintaining a level of happiness and they're not super anxious, they usually have an established community of connection. So maybe they see their friends a lot, maybe they're social. I've even heard, I think it was in some of Brene Brown's book, but it might have been another because I'm always walking, listening to my audiobooks. But one of the, indicators of loneliness and like correlation to like your length of life. So connection that Breon, that you mentioned, that is a really big one. So and there's so many reasons people are isolating or not speaking. They don't want to feel burdened, or there's so many problems in the world. So really, honestly, you're not alone, but you may be alone, but there's ways to reach out to people is what I think we want to mention, and ways to connect if that's how you're feeling.
And I'm happy that you said that, because a lot of people don't know that they're dealing with anxiety and depression. I for one, didn't realize I was dealing with it. But before I even go into sharing anything about my story, when you say connecting to people, my cousin, for the longest of time, I always thought that she didn't like people. I'm not a people person. I don't like people, da 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 da. But once she started seeking help and speaking to a therapist, her and her therapist helped her realize that it's not that you don't like people. You're just not around the right people. And you got to make sure that you're around the right people, because sometimes when you're around people, the wrong person will spark that in you. And for me, I've learned I don't hang around anybody who makes like, I don't want a yes ma'am around me. Don't get me wrong. If something is happening, or you think that something can be critiqued, or I did something wrong, talk to me. I may feel some kind of way. I'm human. Of course, we always feel some kind of way when somebody calls us out on our stuff. But I prefer that, to have a real conversation, than a yes ma'am. But also there is a difference between having people who is correcting something and people who are just downright mean, making you feel bad about yourself, making you feel like a failure, making you feel just like they're here. Which they're here and you're here. So I personally stopped hanging around people who made me feel like I was here. And so that was one of the things that helped me, in that we got to be conscious of like, who are you hanging around with, the types of people you're hanging around with, because a lot of people tend to come in because they don't feel supported. So I'm happy that you mentioned that, and I just wanted to say that. But I just wanted to give some like, for those who don't realize, like, so when I say I didn't realize I was dealing with anxiety, or maybe I was just in denial, but there was things that I were doing to myself, and I was like, why do I keep doing this? And when I started to research and look, I realized you have anxiety and you're burnt out, and we need to fix this. So I'm going to give you some examples of burnout, anxiety, and stress. And if you feel any of these types of way, then go talk to your doctor and find the best care plan for you. And there's also networks out there like watherapy.org that you can connect with. There is Valley Cities that you can connect with, Sound Mental Health you can connect with. So those are three things that I could think about, but you can start with your doctor. So common anxiety signs includes feeling of nervousness, restlessness, or tension, having a sense of impending danger, panic, or doom, having increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, sweating, trembling, feeling weak or tired, trouble concentrating, or thinking about anything other than the present worry. Sleep problems, not being able to stay calm or still, cold or did I say cold or sweaty, numb, cold or sweaty, numb, or tingling hands, feet, shortness of breath. Those are some examples of anxiety. I know a lot of people are like, I got that right now. You should go talk to someone. We don't talk about this enough. Stress, some instances of stress is characterized by over engagement. Emotions are overreactive. Produce urgency and hyperactivity. Loss of energy leads to anxiety disorders. Those are effects. Burnout is characterized by disengagement. Emotions are blunted, produces helplessness and hopelessness, loss of motivation, ideas and hopes, leads to detachment and depression. So those are some things. Those are some symptoms, and things that can have us feeling this way is little to no control over your work, lack of recognition. This is for work. Unclear over demanding job expectations, doing works that's monotonous or unchallenging, working in chaotic, high pressure environments. Robyn, please stop me if I'm going too fast, maybe if we're thinking for the audience too. Did you want to say something?
No, that's great. I've actually was really interesting when I heard some of that research. I like that you're listing all of this because it doesn't seem too fast, but it's a good pace for people to kind of go like, yeah. And also how you keep mentioning, do talk to someone, because sometimes there's really high expectations for people to perform every day with this amount of stress and anxiety. And I gotta say that it's like its own epidemic here, is people pushing themselves to burnout because we feel like we need to, that's like what it's like here. There's not enough time off, with the fact that, minimum wage doesn't meet how the housing cost, so really a lot of us are living in this state, consistently. And the interesting part is when you said go talk to someone, that's the action that you have to take, because nobody is going to come and rescue you and say, hey, and it would be nice, and some people might say, hey, you might want to take a break, right? But oftentimes we're not used to taking a break, right? And we don't feel like we can, okay? And that's where this connection piece and having supportive people, or even being a supportive person, sometimes you can just drop your stuff and be like, can I just go help someone across the street or something? And then you kind of get out of that for a moment. But this idea that someone is going to come in and put a stop to what's required of us all is not happening. So we do need to be our own advocate and say, hold on, I do need a break. And it would be nice if there was just, breaks and things taken care of, because not everyone can take a break as easily, but finding a way how, seeing if even just identifying this job is making me depressed. There is a lot of research. There's some books that I've read about where they figure that out. People that were very depressed and then they switched their life to something else and weren't depressed anymore. But you have to be able to find that clarity. And I know that the opportunities aren't just there. You can't just be like, oh, maybe I'll just quit this job. I get it. That's not like a full-on option. So there's things to do while you get there. And sometimes just taking a moment to take a full breath and check in with yourself is a good way to indicate. Now I'm going off, so I'll pass it back. Sorry. I love
saying some good stuff. And one of the things that you said that is so true is that it's about no one's gonna come rescue you. No one. And I feel like, hold on one sec. We are in this, but of course, like I said, I rushed home and my computer's about to die. Hopefully it don't die on us. I like how you said no one's about to rescue us, because I feel like, I know for me, I used to always be wanting someone to come rescue me, come help me, come show me this, but no one's not going to rescue you. There will be tips. Like, I don't know the whole thing about this, but I remember hearing this metaphor of a person stranded in the ocean, waiting for this boat, waiting for rescue, waiting for God to rescue him. And all these boats kept coming by trying to rescue him. And he kept saying, no, God's going to rescue me. No, God's going to rescue me. And he dismissed all the help, and then he drowned. And when he got to heaven, I'm paraphrasing this because
I know this one. I love this one.
He got to heaven and God was like, God asked him what happened. He's like, I was waiting for you to rescue me. He's like, I sent you all those people. And so those are things that we got to think in our minds. It's like, people can't physically rescue you, but when you have people in your life that are helping you and guiding you to where you need to go, who you need to talk to, things and tips that help them get out of it. Those are ways and things that you can start thinking, let me try and see if that works for me, because it's just like that first step will help you. I know for me with my burnout, like I was saying some really rude, messed up things to myself, and I realized I was burnt out, and I had to make a decision. I realized, like you said, I was caught up in this hustle and bustle of the world and life. Like, I got to do this, I got to get this done, I got to get this done, I got to get this done. And it's like, but no, I'm creating the space and unlearning those things. And sometimes it takes courage. Because like you said, we can't always do that because we got to pay bills or we got to take care of a family. But sometimes you got to take risk when it comes to your health, because at the end of the day, you are what matters, especially if you have family to take care of. So I'll give some tips because before we run out of time, and you can get some of your tips. Some of the things that I've been doing, and even till recently, like I realized even when I'm trying to lessen my load, sometimes I still fill in the blanks. So if I have some empty space in my day, I will fill in the blanks. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not filling in any blanks. If I have time to rest, I'm gonna rest, no matter how uncomfortable it is. It is uncomfortable when you are used to being in a hustle and bustle of sitting still and not doing anything. It is straight up uncomfortable. Some other things that I've been doing is what else have we been doing? I'm not going to take any more meetings. This is what I'm telling myself. No more meetings until I get caught up on other things. Because a lot of times we'll be like, yes, I want to meet. Yes, we can meet. Yes, we can do that. No. Get caught up on what you need to get caught up on before you start trying to meet with everybody. I even turned down going to see Sister Sledge tonight because I was like, I have so much going on this weekend. I cannot burn myself out trying to go see this show. But then I have two other things today. Walking. I get caught up in music. For me, I love church music. So I get caught up in church music. And I talk. I share my story. I don't care who's listening or who's judging. I share my story. Those are just some tips for me. I'm going to give you time to say some tips too, Robyn.
I love those. Not filling in the blanks. I feel like we're in a similar place on our journeys because I've been practicing that one. And we brought this up like a full year ago, I swear, on the show, and we're still working on it. So practicing
progress, baby steps.
And what it feels like when you have free time and you're like, I need to fill it, and then not filling it and then dealing. It's so interesting, but I like how you gave it a little phrase, not filling in the blanks. I love that. I walk too. I do all the things. I journal. I try to meditate, but I talk back to those like how you said you were saying some things to yourself that weren't good. If I notice some of that going on, that's my time to step back and be like, hold on, like, can I give this up? Can I give a little bit of it up and be like, okay, I can't hold all this right now. What's the next thing I can do? And that faith and that risk piece of like, I'm going to have to put myself first. And then doing the daily little things. What does that look like? What does that look like? It's so foreign to start putting yourself first and your health first. So it's a process. But yeah, reach out to us if you need any help with any of the above. Please send us a message.
Yes, and check with your doctor if any of these things sounded like something you're going through, and to-do list. All right, guys, that's time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on Clean Greens Living, broadcasting on Rainier Avenue Radio. Up next is Traffic Jam.